radical terrorist types of people. I got really scared who I am communicating with. So I wrote to dear Siddharth. Siddharth happens to be my son's name also. And I said, look, please read the papers and all regularly. He blandly wrote back, look, I don't read newspapers. He has his own way. Am I right? He has his own ways of getting information and so on. Good. But you need to have a point of view. By reading today's Mint, you'll know what is uniform, common code, so on and so forth. And what Mr. Pradeep is repeatedly telling, and I will restate it again and again, what is required of you over 2 years here is work your backside and read as many things as you can. Don't take studies too seriously. He himself has told you, studies is important, but not the only thing. Then a question. Our first speaker had 10 questions. He had only one question, which side should you drive? I thought somebody will say, in India, we have to drive on the left side, which is the right side. I hope you follow that. We have to drive on the left side, which is the right side. Because if you drive on the right side, it is the wrong side, not the left side. I hope you understand that. As I tell people who want to talk to me, I tell them my left is wrong, but my right is right. Because I can't hear in this ear. Okay. Then he talked about flexibility, the importance of outcomes, and he is the first speaker amongst 6 speakers who talked about empathy. The need to put yourself in other people's shoes. And there's another Siddharth. Where is that other Siddharth? Raise your hand. Another Siddharth. He was there. He wanted my signature. He says he's going to Tirupati. But Tirupati alone will not be enough. Sometimes you need empathy, and you have to provide empathy to people. That's the key thing. Now, I'll tell you a few words. I don't have to formally introduce Sanju, right? Sanju is a JGF, which means a jolly good fellow. I hope you followed that. Somebody asked Mr. KP Singh, why did you call your company DLF? Jack Welch called him. Jack Welch came to India because Mr. KP Singh of DLF called him. And Jack Welch asked him, what is this DLF? He said, DLF is damn lucky fellow. But this fellow is jolly good fellow, that fellow is damn lucky fellow. The reason why I am saying he's a good fellow and a lucky fellow also is, everything he puts his hand on is becoming gold, although he will deny it. He is trying to come with military fatigues and so on, but actually he's done physics. He's done BSc physics. After that, he joined the Institute of Public Enterprise. He passed out in 2000. He worked in a company called Intelli Group for some time. Then I buy a lot of magazines on the road, and I used to buy this in-house journal, Swagat? Swagat, of the Indian Airlines. And there I find, all my understanding of technology and CRM is based on reading Sanju Pillai's articles in Swagat. He is a prolific writer also. Then he started a company he gives crazy names to his company, but the good thing is all of them are successful. The first one was Stay Current. Yes, then he sold it. He sells it means he makes a profit. Now he is running a company called Move the Needle. So these are all very esoteric terms. I am sure over the next 20 minutes, you will really enjoy. Maybe half an hour.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure coming here and speaking to you guys. Everybody on the dais, Murthy sir, every professor, every teacher who taught me, who took the pains of teaching me, actually risk of teaching me, I hope I have not disappointed them more than what I'm supposed to. Thank you, sir. So I'll start with an anecdote, okay? And this is with Menon, sir. I don't know, how many of you guys copy in your exams? You copy, right? No, you don't copy? You copy, good. Then there's future. So, accountancy is what Menon sir used to teach us, and sir knows this very well. So, of course, I couldn't wrap my noodles around accountancy. I still have my balance sheet not tallied. So what happened is, there's this friend of mine called Sudhanshu. I think he works now as the VP or something in Axis Bank. So of course I passed the exam thanks to his grace. I should not be saying anything else because I should not corrupt the future, right? So I passed the exam thanks to his grace, and when the results came out, Menon sir's paper it was, and Sudhanshu got 75, and I think I got about 82 or something. So there's something called remorse that comes in, empathy or whatever, that comes in. How can I score more than the person by whose grace I passed the exam? Not fair, not fair. So I went back to Menon sir, and sir, I think you have to reevaluate my marks because I passed this exam thanks to Sudhanshu, and Sudhanshu himself has got lesser score. So I'll show you, I need a paper for that. So he takes my sheet. So Sanju, 85. He was also surprised. 82. He was also surprised. Were you caught doing this? He asked me. So I said, no, sir. You deserve it, man. So, so that's life. That's life. You know, it is definitely not about not doing anything wrong ever. It's about knowing your limits, to what extent you can do wrong, one. And secondly, it's of course about not getting caught. Right? I think most of you guys will agree on that. But that said, there is a lot more to life than just a couple of exams that you pass, or a couple of friends that you make, or a couple of problems that hit you from somewhere and you're not able to find an answer to that. There's a lot more to life than that. And I learned that the tough way. You know, like Menon sir says, I didn't do successful in all the startups that I ventured into, you know. I didn't make money everywhere. I either lost money, went bankrupt at least 2 times in my life now. And this company is kind of doing well. We are doing okay. We are about 100, 120 people. We have this company, this currently company that I'm running is called Moving the Needle. I have another company called Foresign Digital. So I have a couple of firms that run now and which are doing well. But these are doing well because of 2 reasons. One, of course, because of the fabric that you develop while you are undergoing education. So when I say that, it's a fabric of your soul, it's a fabric of your mind, it's a fabric of the fact that, you know, failures do come. I'm sure Chandramouli would never say, you know, I have not failed anything. Or, you know, Pradeep would never say that I have never failed in anything. It's about failing and then getting up. So this funny name company, Tail Current, that I was running for a while, I was a partner there. I ran it with 2 IITians who did their masters in management from INSEAD, and then hold a couple of patents. So it was definitely going to be successful, right? I mean, if you look at it education-wise, it's all perfect. 2 IITians, INSEAD, and from Hawaii, some university holds a couple of patents. So we were trying to build some technology. We were trying to, you know, build a company that probably could mimic Google in terms of search, so that when you put something on Google, when you put something to the digital world, you know if it's going to run or if it's not going to. Hi, man. Sorry. you know if it's going to be good or bad. So when what happens, you write some content. Okay. So your manager finds it difficult to review it, right? You know, you do not know if it's going to go good on Google or not. So this machine, this algorithm that we were trying to develop, could eat that content and tell you that score is about 70. So you need to get the score to about 85, and then you can probably, you know, publish it on Google. Amazing product, right? I mean, looks like great. So I have a mentor called Shashi Reddy. I mean, he's one of the forces behind why I do entrepreneurship. So he looked at this product and told to Pankaj, Sanju, and Giri, 3 of us, this is great, but I do not know if there is a market for this. But we still ran with it. We lost money, a lot of money. We split partners. I mean, between partners, there was obviously when the money doesn't come in, partners fight, all natural stuff, right? So this happened, and then again they all went their way. We sold the company recently to somebody called Zomoto Enterprise, not for a profit. I mean, it's just a sale, that's about it. So what I have essentially learned over the years, how many of you guys know Hindi? Okay, great. So probably the audience knows Hindi very well. How many of you guys want to become entrepreneurs, by the way? Okay, good. That's also a pretty decent number. So you want to start off after you finish college, or, you know, how do you want to do that? And how many of you guys actually have a business running at home, you know? If you have a business running at home, then it is very different. I mean, it's easy to become an entrepreneur. First generation, it's quite easy. Your dad has already struggled enough to make you successful. So it's easy that way, because you have learned the lessons the tough way. So how many of you guys have businesses running at home already? And you all want to become entrepreneurs? Okay. So well, what I was trying to say is essentially, I'm trying to use Hindi here. For me, what entrepreneurship has been, if I were to put it as a share, I don't know how many of you guys listen to share, shairi and stuff like that. Entrepreneurship क्या है? तुम खुद ही समझ जाओगे. तुम बारिशों में पतंगे उड़ाया करो. If you can fly kites in the rain, that's what is entrepreneurship all about. You do not know tomorrow 25, 30 lakhs of salary has to go. Tomorrow is 30th. You don't have one freaking penny in your bank. You still are standing. You still are smiling. You still know that it will get done. So every single day, what life teaches you while you're an entrepreneur is that you add more steel into your nerves. Every single day. Of course, if you have a backing, if you have a venture capitalist, if you have a dad who has run a business, it is different. But for me, it's not like that, Every single day has been tough. And it continues to be. It's not like, even today when the company is probably worth about 10 crores today. It's not like it's easy. One of the companies, the moving the needle company, probably for evaluation was about 10 crores the last time we evaluated it. It's still not easy. Foresight is doing pretty well. It's still not easy. So if you guys really, really want to be entrepreneurs, one thing that you should learn, and you should probably be, you'll obviously learn it while you study, is that, don't quit very easily. Because I lost all money in tail current. I went back home and I was thinking, okay, let me get back into a job because that's probably the best thing that I'm cut out for. My wife told, no, I don't think, Sanju, you can ever work with somebody now because you've already spoiled yourself so much that you probably cannot work with anybody. So she said, let's get started again. And then no money. So the usual stuff, collecting money from whatever jewelry, whatever she has, getting it all started, doing a lot of consulting assignments to, kind of keep the salaries going. So it's typically, that's what a life of an entrepreneur is. And I'm telling you, anybody who has done it from the first generation has gone through that. So most of the guys who raise their hands saying that, you want to do entrepreneurship, be prepared for that. And believe me, I'm also probably getting to the age that Murli is getting, or has already got to. In a couple of months or a year or so, I should get there. But the only regret probably I have today is that I should have started earlier. And I'm telling you from my heart, I should have definitely started earlier. It's been only the last 4 or 5 years that I've been doing the circus, From 2011, 2010, 2011 is what I've been doing the circus. I should have started it like maybe 2005. I should have started it maybe immediately after getting out of IPE. That's probably the only regret I have. If I had done it a little earlier, I would have failed a little earlier, and probably, I would have been more successful today, standing in front of you as a role model. But today I'm not there. I would try and become a role model. Someday you should be able to tell that, hey, Sanju was one of our seniors. But today it's too early probably. I should have started earlier, and I think all of you guys who are thinking of becoming entrepreneurs or thinking of starting something, start early. We hire a lot of MBAs, MBAs with marketing and specialization. The company, has pretty much everything in place now. So I look forward, maybe somebody from IPE also joins us. You never know. After you finish your course, there's always an avenue for us to work together. That's it, guys. I don't know if anything else that you want to hear from me, because everything else I think will already be taught. Already other speakers must have covered. This is probably the only side of it that I think Murthy sir also wanted me to talk about, is about entrepreneurship, running a company. Barishon mein patange udaya karo. Okay, anything else that you want to know from me? I take my failures with a pinch of salt. Okay. I don't believe in it, so I take it with a pinch of salt. I just don't care about my failures. Thanks.
That you regret selling?
I don't regret selling any companies. I had to sell my companies.
Essentially, quickly, he has told you about his experiences as an entrepreneur. He has also narrated the challenges which he has encountered over the last 8 or 10 years. He has been very clear and told us upfront that he doesn't adopt kingfisher strategies of not making payment to employees. His most important worry every day is, how do I pay all my employees?
Absolutely.
And that's a good thing, you know. I mean, it shows that he is a good employer. GPTW, great place to work. So if you want a great place to work, think about Mr. Pradeep. Think about God knows which company is going to start tomorrow, but one of them. He also told you about the hiring practices adopted by him and the need for all of you to listen attentively to various speakers. In case you have any questions, please stand up or please come here and address it to them, but it will be answered from here. Anyone?